What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to show you how to call a girl out the right way. Alright, so there are two important things to keep in mind when you're getting ready to call a girl out. First of all is your call out has to be appropriate for the situation. So for example, let's say you text the girl, she doesn't respond half an hour later, you can't call her out, right? Because that's just you being paranoid and needy because she's probably didn't even see your message. Or for example, you can't say, oh, I didn't take you for the flaky type of girl when you don't have a date set up with her. So again, the call out has to be appropriate for the situation. This is something that guys often get wrong. The second big one is your call out text cannot in any way seem angry or butthurt. The minute it seems like you got emotional, you got angry, is the minute you lost. So it always has to be from an emotionally neutral standpoint. Like all you're doing is you're basically just pointing out her behavior in a very neutral way. So let's take a look at some examples. So here's a situation, me and this girl have plans. I say, still good for tonight. She says, I guess. Dum, dum, dum. So I call her out and I say, love the enthusiasm. It's a very mild call out. I'm using sarcasm to point out the fact that, I don't like her response. She says, I'm sorry, just tired, long week. And then I say, school, this would be a nice distraction when I reach home and rest for a while. Right, so you can see then, I call her behavior, it's addressed, she apologizes, now we can move forward. Here's another one very similar. So, I'm trying to make plans with this girl. We're talking about logistics. She doesn't want to come straight over. She says, would it be awkward? I say, nah, I have a feeling we're going to get along great. But if you feel more comfortable, let's meet at Starbucks across the street first. She just says, okay. Not the response you want when you're setting up the date. So I call it out and say, love the enthusiasm. She says, I'm excited to meet you though. And you can see, from there, just the vibe changes. It says, how does night sound? Great. Where do you live? So you can see it goes on a much better note. So usually what happens is when the girl is somewhat interested in you, but she's just behaving in an odd way for whatever, when you call it out, her attitude changes because she's like, oh shit, I can't this guy's not going to let this stuff fly. Like I have to actually, basically, at least have the same level of enthusiasm as he does, right? So that's the first thing. All right, so let's moving on to the next call out text. So this is also a very mild one. So me and her, this is the banter stage. She says, give me a resume. I say, by dangerous, you mean fun? What would you like to know, dear? She doesn't respond. I give it 3 days, right? This text would not have worked if I sent it like an hour later. After 3 days, I say, thinking very hard, I see. Again, using sarcasm to call out the fact that she's not responding. Very mild call out. She says, I'm sorry, I've been with my dad these days, blah, blah, blah. And then you can see the conversation gets back on track. Here's another one. Here's a variation of that. So I say, still down to meet up because I guess we were going back and forth. Yeah, when are you free? How Sunday or Monday night? She does not respond. I wait 2 days until Saturday. I say, don't think too hard now. So again, calling out the fact that she's not responding to me, to my date plan with sarcasm. Oh, well, I had forgotten to reply. And quite often, it's really something as random as that. So guys have this idea that when girls don't respond to them, it's because they're playing some master plan. They're trying to leverage hypergamy or whatever the fuck it is. No, usually it's something random like she fell asleep, she forgot to respond, she got, ate some back tacos, so she's been on the toilet all day, something random. So here I say, here's your chance to shine, baby girl, and you can see how it works quite well as well. All right, here's another one. So this is, again, same type of thing. What nights can you do this week? She doesn't respond. Say, don't think too hard now. She says, well, I forgot to reply. Sorry, better late than never. And she says, you're kind of mean, aren't you? I say, not at all. She says, that one was kind of mean, but amazing, though. So you can see that it's kind of a shit test. You're kind of mean, aren't you? And all you have to do is say, no, I'm not. And then just shit test passed. What you don't want to do, a way to fail that would be start justifying yourself. Well, you did this earlier and I did this. No, that's a fail. You pass the shit test by just saying no. We're like, yes. Anyway, so here's where we're getting into more of the, let's just say, advanced call-outs. So this is a chick who I've been trying to make plans with for a while. I say, am I seeing your pretty face this weekend? No response. I follow it up with a few days later. I guess not. No response. I give it a solid week, and then I hit her with, are you always this difficult to make plans with? So this text you can use when a girl is actually being difficult to make plans with. You can't use this like the first time she stops responding. This is something you're going to use more down the line. She says, work a lot free time. I have to spend. Sadly, yes. I say, look, I get it. I work a lot too, but I'm sure we can both find a few hours if we really want to. That's kind of a follow-up. You're absolutely correct. I'm just not the type to make excuses and shit. So you can see here that her attitude changes and we turn the whole thing around. So here's another one. I say, I'm trying to make plans with this chick. She says, I'm super tired. I'm going home, buy something for me to eat and stay home. Good night. I say, it's not a big deal. We can meet at a bar nearby. No response. And there's a history of this behavior leading up to this. So then a few days later, I say, you're always this difficult to make plans with. Hello, good morning. Haha, no. I say that it's good to be better to me before I'm married with kids. Sorry, I'm very busy with work. I'm free tomorrow. So again, you can see that with a good call out text, right, and some sarcasm, I'm able to turn the whole thing around. Now we're setting up a date. So we get into an even more advanced call out text. This was something that you would use when there's a repeated history of the girl being flaky. So this is something you would use probably after the, are you always difficult to make plans with text doesn't work. So me and this girl have been trying to make plans for a while. And I'm saying, I'll have you home before you turn into a pumpkin. No response. A few days later, cool, no response. Then 3 days later, I genuinely didn't take you for the flaky type. And this text is very powerful because no girl wants to be thought of as the flaky type. I'm just not sure about what you want from me because I'm not trying to have sex. And I know that's like your whole thing, right? I say, don't worry, I hate sex. Sure, totally. And then using sarcasm again to flip this around. And here are 2 more. So again, I generally didn't take you for the flaky type. Hey, I'm not flaky. I'm just busy. I work every day in my office, unfortunately. So here's another text like that. I get it, I'm busy too. I'm sure we can both find a few hours if we want to though. So I use this text all the time when a girl tells me that she's busy. She says, I agree, we need to set up a date. You can see moving things forward. And here's another really good one. It's a variation of this. So this is a girl who I was already hooking up with, but then she became difficult. So she says, I need daddy to discipline me. I'm daddy. I say, I agree, tomorrow Friday night. She doesn't respond. Wait a few days, don't be shy. And then followed up with, hope you didn't become flaky on me. And that gets her attention. I'm not, babe. I've just been messing lately between studying and blah, blah, blah. I still want to see you, but I also just don't want it to be used just for sex. It will not make me feel good right now. So that's her concern. Address that, and then you can move things forward once again. All right. Hopefully you guys found this video valuable. So again, the 2 key things to keep in mind is that the call out cannot be butthurt or angry in any way, and it has to be appropriate for the situation. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Show us some love by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, click the bell for notification. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.